free college football picks. This is action for Friday, December 30th. Tony T with our college football pick show here for Friday's action. We have 5 games, 4 games to just a couple things. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Free college football picks are updated all season long. We load tons of free picks on our channel. Make sure you subscribe. Also, if you would support our channel, like this video, give us that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Then visit Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to some of our long-term passes. Take a look at the hot cappers right now, like Ramon, who's been on absolute fire. Mindy as well. Pravi, Paul. Click the links. Get signed up. You'll find our premium picks here at the center of the page. Our best bets are up here. Each capper can release 1 best bet per sport per day. Many up there for the Friday action, as is our $15 premium pick. Each capper can designate one of their plays from their card as a $15 premium pick. Just introduce their service to new and existing customers. Our 3-packs offer great value, 3-packs plus. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to find our pick ticker. And our pick ticker, you can buy our picks a la carte with team versus team information. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and then get signed up. You can always post your picks in the comments below. Always like to see what you guys are on. And you can apply as a capper on our site. And we do post our picks on our shows in podcast form over at our podcast, Tony's Picks, available on all major platforms. Just search Tony's Picks. All right, let's get this one started. Maryland versus NC State college football pick for Friday. All right, we got the game will be played here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Favors NC State here. Maryland concluded their regular season 7-5. They broke a 3-game losing streak with that 37-0 victory against Rutgers. The offense moved the football for 407 yards, 260 passing. Malia Tagovailoa completed 68% of his passes this season for 8 yards per attempt. He will return in 2023. In his final 2 games, Tagovailoa a 70% completion rate with 8.7 yards per attempt. 3 receivers have opted out, though, for Maryland with a quarterback as well. Now, NC State, they're 8-4. They broke a 2-game losing streak with a 30-27 road win at North Carolina. Wolfpack offense gained 346 yards running, but only 346 yards, but they ran for only 3.4 yards per attempt. Jack Chambers gets a start with MJ Morris hurt. Remember, their starter transferred. Wolfpack offensive coordinator leaves for a head coaching job in Coastal Carolina. Chambers on the season completing just 50%, 3.9 yards per attempt. NC State defense is the strength of this game, of this team, I should say. They're holding teams at 326 yards, but prefer Tagovailoa over Chambers here. Even though he passes to backups in the receiving department, play here will be Maryland at +1.5. Pittsburgh versus UCLA college football pick action here on Friday. Game will be played in El Paso. It's the Sun Bowl. Pittsburgh ended their regular season 8-4. They finished with a 4-game win streak. Panthers defense sharp down the stretch, holding teams at 294 yards with 2.1 yards per rush. But Pittsburgh has a lot of bowl opt-outs with 4 on defense. On offense, opted out of a running back and 2 offensive tackles. Also, Keaton Slovis hit the transfer portal. Nick Patty will start at quarterback. He's seen spot action in his 4 years at the school with a career 58% completion rate, 6.4 yards per attempt. UCLA 9-3, late losses to USC and Arizona dashed their hopes for a Rose Bowl. Bruins offense produced 506 yards in their final 3 games for 5.6 yards per attempt. Dorian Thompson-Robinson expected to play in the Sun Bowl. He's there to help his pro draft status. Thompson-Robinson completed 70% of his passes this year, 8.1 yards per attempt. A running style quarterback that rushed for 632 yards and 5.6 yards per attempt. Opt-outs for the Panthers huge here. Play here UCLA -7.5. Notre Dame versus South Carolina college football pick. This one here is on Friday. Notre Dame concluded regular season play at 8-4. They had their 5-game win streak snapped in a 38-27 loss at Notre Dame. Past 3 games, Fighting Irish defense held opponents at 324 yards. Quarterback Drew Pine has entered the transfer portal. Tyler Buckner is expected to get the start. Quarterback Buckner in 2 games completed 56% of his passes with 7.6 yards per attempt. He has been injured throughout the season. He had no touchdowns, 2 picks. He was under center in the losses at Ohio State and at home to Marshall. South Carolina 8-4. Gamecocks rallied late with a home win to Tennessee and on the road to Clemson. They averaged 507 yards per game in those wins. Spencer Rattler completed 66% of his passes, 7.9 yards per attempt. In those final two games, Rattler a 72% completion rate with 10.5 yards per attempt. He passed for 10 touchdowns and 2 picks in this period. 2 corners and a defensive back opt out for this one for South Carolina. Also defensive tackle and offensive lineman. Quarterback play the concern for Notre Dame, though. The play here will be South Carolina plus 3.5. Ohio versus Wyoming college football pick. This one here is on Friday. Ohio concluded play at 9-4. They had their 7-game win streak snapped in a 17-7 defeat to Toledo in the MAC championship game. Bobcats defense played well in their final 3 games, allowing 345 yards, but Ohio lost quarterback Curtis Rourke for the season. C.J. Harris averaged only 5.3 yards per attempt with the interception against Toledo. On the year, Harris a 50% completion rate with 6.1 yards per attempt. Wyoming finished at 7-5. They closed the regular season with losses at home to Boise State by 3, and then Fresno State 30-0. Offense struggles here for the Cowboys. Over the past 3 games, they're averaging just 245 yards with a very poor 24% conversion on third down. Andrew Peasley completed just 51% of his passes, 5.7 yards per attempt. Peasley averaged over 6 rushes per game, 4.7 yards per attempt. Quarterback play concern for both teams. Ohio defense still has played well in conference play. Play here will be on Ohio and Wyoming under 42 points. Tennessee versus Clemson college football pick. This one here is on Friday. Tennessee concluded play at 10-2. A loss to South Carolina on November 19th cost the Volunteers a trip to the playoffs. Strong offensive team that averages 538 yards a game with 5.1 yards per rush. They suffered a season-ending injury to quarterback Hendon Hooker. Joe Milton saw work in 7 games this season, completed 63% of his passes with 13.3 yards per attempt. He passed for 7 touchdowns and no picks. He is a UCF transfer, had success there. Volunteers have 2 receivers and linebacker opting out of the Orange Bowl. Clemson did finish 11-2, a 29-10 victory in North Carolina. That was in the ACC title game. They also have a loss here, 31-30 to South Carolina, that cost the Tigers a trip to the playoffs late. Tigers quarterback DJ Uiagalelei hit the transfer portal and will be out of this game. Kate Klubnik is going to start. The freshman QB in 9 appearances completed 67% of his passes, 8.2 yards per attempt. He passed for 377 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. He saw his bulk of the action really against a poor defensive team in North Carolina. In addition to Uiagalelei, the Tigers will be without 2 receivers and a running back. Also out 2 linebackers. Respect the Vols' wins against Alabama and LSU this year. They blew out Kentucky at home. Prefer the experience behind Milton and a freshman quarterback here. Actually, prefer the experienced quarterback here behind Milton against the freshman here that'll face strong tests against that Vols defense. Play here will be on Tennessee plus 6. All right, that was our college football pick show here for Friday. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We load college football picks all throughout the bowl season. Free picks every single day here on our channel. So make sure you subscribe. Also, if you would support our channel, like this video, give us that thumbs up again. We greatly appreciate it. And remember, to get our best plays, you got to head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. That's where our best plays are right there. Our premium plays. You can use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 15% off. All right, we got all the plays here for you now. We'll have our live shows ready for you on Friday. Tony T. Talk to you guys a bit later this afternoon.